You can write everything down if you want to. Be brave enough to write every one of your goals down. But I'm going to tell you something. Life's going to hit you in your mouth, and you got to do me a huge favor. Your why has to be greater than that knockdown. And I love it. Buster Douglas got knocked out. Nobody ever got knocked out by Mike Tyson and ever got back up. It was almost a 10 count. He was stumbling. They were 4, 3, 2, and 1, and ding, 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 saved by the bell. And he goes to his corner. The whole world is like, yep, that's it. Once he comes back out, that's it. Mike's gonna just hammer him. And exactly that. Mike Tyson came out like, I got him. I got this kid up against the rope. Listen to me, many of you right now, life's got you up against the rope. You can't give up, you can't give in. Listen to me, if it was easy, everybody would do it. And if life's got you backed up, I need you to do what Buster Douglas did. Buster Douglas started fighting back. And the world was shocked. Goliath has been knocked down, what happened? And they went to Buster Douglas and they asked Buster Douglas simply like, what happened? And Buster Douglas said, listen to me, it's real simple. Before my mother died, she told the whole world that I was gonna beat Mike Tyson. And 2 days before the fight, my mother died. Buster Douglas had a decision to make. When his mother died, he could die with his mother, or he made a decision, I can wake up and I can live for mom. And he knocked Mike Tyson out simply because his why was greater than that punch. His why was greater than defeat. His why was greater than his trial and his tribulation. And I'm telling you, if you don't know what your why is and your why isn't strong, you're going to get knocked out every single day.
If you had one shot or one opportunity to seize everything you ever wanted in one moment, would you capture it or just let it slip?
Where is the wealthiest place in the world? It's not China, it's not Dubai, it's the graveyard.
There you'll find potential never realized. There you'll find books never written. There you'll find abilities and skills and talents and gifts that the world never had to expose you to.
A lot of people die full of their dreams, full of talent, full of ideas, full of skills, full of intelligence and abilities that they never reached for. They never tapped. They never got into. They never used it.
Because they were scared to take a risk. Scared like you. But you want to know something else? You're not in a graveyard. Yet.
It is not the things we do in life that we regret on our deathbed. It is the things we do not.
I do not regret when I step up and I fail. What I regret is not taking action at all.
We get one opportunity in life, one chance in life to do whatever you're gonna do.
In every passing moment, we would never get back again.
Do it now or forever hold your peace.
Make decisions today, where today will be the defining moment for your future.
The decisions you make today will determine your tomorrow.
Let's go! Makes you something tonight ain't taking you away from this moment, man.
Because that's all we got. That's what y'all don't realize most of the time. We don't get this again. We don't get this again. The clock runs too fast. That's why we got to savor these moments. Because they right now.
Understand that you got an opportunity in front of you right now to do something. The day you in right now. That's the most important day that's going on. It's a great day. Every day you can get up and claim it's a great day.
Because every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. So now you got to go out and show them that I'm a different creature. Now!
See, this present moment is so precious. We have to be here. We have to be in it. And make the most of it.
Question is, what are you going to do with your time? Do with your time. Do with your time.
Today, this opportunity you have, it might not be here next year. It might not be here the year after next. It might not be here the year after that. This is the only moment you got, and you better take advantage of this particular moment. It does not take talent. You don't have to be talented, right? You don't have to be gifted. You don't have to be the quickest, the strongest. You don't have to be the most intelligent to get to where I am. That's what you gotta do. You just gotta grind, though. Your grind, you gotta outgrind. You have to take advantage of an opportunity of a lifetime in the lifetime of the opportunity. You have to make a decision that nobody in this league in your position will outwork you. If you think it's gonna be easy, forget about it. Don't even try to be successful. It's a wrap. It's not going to be easy, but I want you to feel that pain going through your body. And as pain leaves your body, guess what's gonna take its place? Success. Don't give up. I'm telling you right now, don't give in. Get through it. And if you can get through it, if you can work through your pain, if you can work through your pain, I'm guaranteeing you on the other side is a reward. Pain is not permanent. Pain is temporary. If you can outlast pain, if you can get through that pain, if you can get through that discomfort, all right? If you can outlast that discomfort, I guarantee you, baby, on the other side of it is success. Your pain ain't permanent. You can get through this. You're bigger than your pain. You're better than that. Without struggle, there is no progress. Practice don't make perfect. Practice make permanence. This is permanent, y'all. This is permanent. You can go wherever you want to go from here.
I'll tell you this, in any fight, it's the guy who's willing to die who's going to win that inch. Now, I can't make you do it. You got to look at the guy next to you. Look into his eyes. Now, I think you're going to see a guy who will go that inch with you. You're going to see a guy who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows when it comes down to it, you're going to do the same for him. That's the team, gentlemen.
I wish I could tell you that it's going to get easier. I wish I could tell you it's going to get easier. I wish I could tell you that if you just keep going, it's going to get lighter. The weight is going to get lighter. I wish I could tell you that, but that's not the truth. The truth is you got to find something within. You got to find something within. When you find your why, you find a way to make it happen. When all your energy gone, when you have nothing left, that's when it's showtime. Champions keep going when they don't have anything left in their tank. That's the difference between the greats. That's what separates them. When they don't have no more, when it's over, when they're tired, when they're frustrated, when they're ready to give up, when they spent their last dime, that's when they get started. I can't stop. I can't get tired. I can't give up. I can't give in. When you ain't got nothing left in your tank, you got to think about the people in your life that you're doing this for. And then if you can think about them, you can go one more mile. You're going to get up. You're going to get dressed. You're going to get out. And you're going to do what you've been called to do. You're going to be what you called to. You're going to have, and you're going to prove to everybody that tried to break you, you're going to prove them wrong. Everybody that tried to stop you, everybody that tried to kill your dreams, you're going to prove all of them wrong. This is the year to do something you've never done before. This is your year to think in a way you've never thought before. This is your year to accomplish what you've never accomplished before.
We get one opportunity in life, one chance in life to do whatever you're gonna do.
So what are you gonna do with this time? What are you gonna do today?
We was in Atlanta. I'm walking out of the club. It's a rough place to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. We walking out of this club, this altercation breaks out. There's a bunch of people out there, these fighting break out. My limo is the only limo that's sitting in front of this club, fighting everywhere, 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 everywhere. Then gunshots ring. 14 gunshots hit the side of my limo. We drove off. We got back to the hotel. And the message was on the news. We are looking for a black limousine navigator in connection to a double homicide. 2 men were brutally stabbed today. Wow. I was definitely accused of double murder. I was falsely accused of double murder, actually. And they arrested me that morning in front of all 3 of my sons, which is the hardest thing to ever do, is to fight for your freedom in front of your family. And the first night I was in jail, a whisper came to my ear, and it said, "Can you hear me now?" And that's the only time, the real time, that I heard God that clearly. I'm always disturbed in my spirit on how people look at me from that instance, because those families that was affected will never know the truth. And that's sad. They still didn't find the people who done it. They never had an ounce of evidence of it. And that's when I knew, no matter where I was, no matter how low I had been in my life, by any means necessary, I will prove, not just to myself, to my family, to my children, to my fans, I gotta get something done. Because if y'all that bold to put my reputation on the line, then I'm as bold as you are to fight for it. We done been here 3 years in a row, and we let this team off the hook. Make sure something tonight ain't taking you away from this moment, man, because that's all we got. That's what y'all don't realize most of the times. We don't get this again. We don't get this again. The clock runs too fast. That's why we got to savor these moments, because they right now. I couldn't understand that when I was 24 and 25. That's why God had to incarcerate me, so I could see how great my blessing was that he had for me. So I had to come from a jail cell being in position to then step on a Super Bowl podium, man. I don't do this for me. I watch enough film so I can put myself in position to make my defense the best defense in damn football. That's why I come back every year. I'm trying to tell y'all, God has never made a mistake. He's never made one mistake. All right? So it ain't about one play, it ain't about nothing. This year, we did what we were supposed to do. We fought as a team. We fought as a team. There will be one Super Bowl champ crowned at the end of this year. That's it. So the way we feel, somebody gonna feel like that tomorrow, and somebody gonna feel like that in a week. That's a fact. And the fact is, we got to come back and go to work to make sure we finish it next time. That's all we gotta do. Joe, you played your ass off. You hear me, man? I'm telling you, man. Don't ever drop your head when it comes to a loss, dog. Because there's too much pain outside of this that people really going through. This right here makes us strong. Let's understand who we are as a team. Let's understand who we are as men. And let's make somebody smile when we walk out of here. We got the opportunity to keep going, man. Let's be stronger as a team, man. Let's be who we are. Ravens on 3. 1, 2, 3, Ravens!
Let me tell you something. If tomorrow wasn't promised, what would you give for today? Forget everything else. Forget everything else. Forget that there was any sunlight left. What would you spend today thinking about? Yourself or the man that's beside you? Or the man that you know you'll give everything in your heart for? We get one opportunity in life. One chance in life to do whatever you're gonna do. To lay your foundation, to make whatever mark you're gonna make. Whatever legacy you're gonna leave your legacy. And it's found through effort. Wins and losses come a dime a dozen. But effort, nobody can judge effort. Because effort is between you and you. Effort ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. So that team that think they're ready to see you, they think what they seen on film, they ain't saw what film shows. Because every day is a new day. Every moment is a new moment. So now you got to go out and show them that I'm a different creature now than I was 5 minutes ago. Because I'm pissed off for greatness. Because if you ain't pissed off for greatness, that means you okay with being mediocre. Ain't no man in here okay with being just basic. So let's do what we do. Tonight, sir. We ain't got to worry about taking no breaks. Don't worry about taking no breaks.
Imagine if you were blind. Complete darkness. No colors, no views, no beauty, just pitch black. If you were blind, ask yourself how badly you'd want to see. If pushing yourself to your limits could give you sight, would you do it? If there was a cure, would you let anything stand in your way? Would you risk the haters and the critics to see again?
But the closer I get to the ring, I'm more confident. Once I'm in the ring, I'm a god. No one can beat me. I walk around the ring, but I never take my eyes off my opponent. I keep my eyes on him, even if he's ready and pumping. He can't wait to get his hands on me as well. I keep my eyes on him. I keep my eyes.
Would you be concerned about your extreme goal, or just embrace the extreme work? What if you had to learn hurt, trust pain, and embrace struggle? Would you still be concerned with being realistic? Would you still figure your odds and calculate your chances? If you had to spend more time planning your workouts and less time planning your weekends, Would it even be a tough choice? If the cure for blindness was humility and pain, would you go for it?
What is it you said to the kid? The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very rough, mean place. And no matter how tough you think you are, it'll always bring you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You or nobody ain't never gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. If you know what you're worth, go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hit.
There are going to be times in your life where you are kicked down, where you feel like you can't go on anymore, where you don't feel like getting out of bed, where you feel like you are beat down and the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you're not sure if you could carry this thing anymore. I'd be lying to you if I said I never have down periods, that I don't feel depressed, that I don't feel anxious, that I don't feel sad, that I don't feel like the world is kicking my tail. But you gotta find a way. You gotta find something to keep going, to keep pushing forward, to just give that little boost to push you through the day, to push you through tomorrow and the next day until you get out of this funk. You gotta find something inside you to do it. And you gotta understand that it's a test. It's a test of your will, of your grit, of your mental toughness. And the more brilliant you are, the more you will be tested. You fight through the depression, you fight through the anxiety, you fight through the stress, you fight through all of the negative, all of the circumstances around you that are beating you down to your knees. And you just gotta stand up.
Listen to me very closely. You gotta hear what I'm saying. Pain is temporary.
If you push through, the gates will open. That you will reach your goals, your targets, and you will become the best you if you keep moving one foot after the other, after the other.
Pain is gonna take you to the next level. I know what you feel it, but you gotta work through it. And if you work through your pain, on the other side is a reward. Your pain ain't permanent. You can get through this. You're bigger than your pain. You're better than that. I've been trying to get that into your spirit. I've been trying to get you to celebrate pain.
How strong are you, mentally, to fight through this thing?
You're gonna work through this. You're gonna get up, you're gonna get dressed, and you're gonna do what you've been called to do. You're gonna be what you called to be. And you're gonna prove that everybody that tried to break you, you're gonna prove them wrong. Everybody that tried to stop you, everybody that tried to kill your dreams, you're gonna prove all of them wrong.
Anybody can be good when times are good. But when things are bad in your life, how good are you going to be? Because that's the test of you as a human being. Will you show up? will you bring it? So bring it.
You know, living with you, it hasn't been easy. People see me, but they think of you. Now with all this going on, this is gonna be worse than ever.
It don't have to be.
No, sure it does.
Why? You got a lot going on, kid.
Oh, what, my last name? That's the reason I got a decent job. That's the reason why people deal with me in the first place. Now I start to get a little ahead. I start to get a little something for myself, and this happens. Now I'm asking you as a favor, not to go through with this, okay? This is only gonna end up bad for you, and it's gonna end up bad for me.
You think I'm hurting you?
Yeah, in a way you are.
That's the last thing I ever wanted to do.
I know that's not what you want to do, but that's just the way that it is. Don't you care what people think? Doesn't it bother you that people are making you out to be a joke, and that I'm gonna be included in that? Do you think that's right? Do you?
You ain't gonna believe this, but you used to fit right here. I'd hold you up and say to your mother, this kid's gonna be the best kid in the world. This kid's gonna be somebody better than anybody ever knew. And you grew up good and wonderful. It was great just watching you every day. It was like a privilege. Then the time come for you to be your own man and take on the world, and you did. But somewhere along the line, you changed. You stopped being you. You let people stick a finger in your face and tell you you're no good. And when things got hard, you started looking for something to blame, like a big shadow. Let me tell you something you already know. The world ain't all sunshine and rainbows. It's a very mean and nasty place, and I don't care how tough you are, it will beat you to your knees and keep you there permanently if you let it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. Now, if you know what you're worth, now go out and get what you're worth. But you gotta be willing to take the hits and not pointing fingers saying you ain't where you wanna be because of him or her or anybody. Cowards do that, and that ain't you. You're better than that. I'm always gonna love you no matter what. No matter what happens. You're my son, you're my blood. You're the best thing in my life. But until you start believing in yourself, you ain't gonna have a life. Don't forget to visit your mother.
Walk Beware of vision, dream, and passion killers. Family and friends in most cases. Sad to even say this. Family and friends.
Up from the backside, they don't see them yet. They're coming around the corner. Now they see them, and down they go. Body after body, and the last guy goes down. There's not one survivor left. Taking up that half right now, and here comes the waterfall. Not one, not two, not three, but four guys pushing off the rally. Tickets are dead even right now. This is anyone's competition. That right there is what competitive squad is all about. Welcome, everybody. International Squad Knockout Tournament, Season number 2. We're going to have a great matchup for you today. Tactically Adequate and the Swift Knights are teaming up against the Serenian Vanguard and Zulu X-Ray Delta. It's a battle of Europe versus North America coming at you, so this should be a great one on Fool's Road, AAS V3. I am Hanik31. I will be bringing you this contest, and we are live here in 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Both these teams will be looking to get their win streaks going. Tactical Adequate, Swift Knights winning their last couple matches. Zulu X-Ray Delta, SVG looking to come out strong in this one. This will be a great matchup. I think here we are looking at organizing the teams appropriately. We were going to try to play both rounds on a Montreal-based server. That will kind of benefit both sides, as opposed to switching servers, giving a large delay in the middle, about 10 to 15 minutes for switching. So it looks like we're just trying to get people on the right sides appropriately here. We'll get in a squad lead channel, see if we can hear anything that's going on. As I'm not quite sure yet if we are. Oh, reshade. Looks like we probably will be live here. I guess we're waiting for the word from Paradise Bobby, who will be our referee this evening. Looks like we are live. I'm going to give one final. This will be it. We are live, so it's going to be SVG and ZxD. All these weird letters here. They will be on the Russian side first. US will be Tactically Adequate and Swift Knights. And many of the other matches we have seen either a rush to Village and Hilltop or straight to Papanoff, because if you can control those 4 points, you will control half the map and you will have that ticket bleed. That'll be the biggest change in this map, the biggest force of entry in this map. Village is a very curious, it has hills to the north, hills to the south. The last match I casted yesterday evening was FFO against TCD and FC Full Contact, and that was a great match. TCD and FC giving the former champions everything they could handle, and FFO did manage to come out on top, pushing back the Op Fortress on the second round, so they were able to win that one by about 300 tickets. So a great match yesterday. We're looking for another good competitive one today. Both these teams looking to go strong out of group play. Only a couple more games left. This is the third match, I believe, for both of these teams. So we will be seeing both of them do everything they can to try to force themselves. It'll be interesting, too, to see the team vehicle play to the south, as there's not a lot of flags down here. A lot of times you will see people rush towards these bridges and try to block them with their own vehicles. So we will try to see what they do first. It's always interesting here to watch Russia, because Russia is the ones with the speed. So we're going to try to swing up north. So Tactically Adequate, if I'm looking at the bottom right of that map, they are already out of main. And it looked like a little bit of confusion here on the Russian side.
Why are strikers still at main?
Looks like we are having some vehicle claiming issues. Looks like we're probably going to have to restart this here. It's both teams here. Vehicle claiming was off. That's a server problem there, so we're going to get that fixed real quick. So looks like we're going to do a quick restart there. I was wondering why everyone was taking a lot longer than usual at the start there. And looks like the vehicle claiming thing kind of puts a wrinkle in all of that. Let's just speed things up here a little bit. Get this switched a little faster. Hopefully we can get that situated. We'll double check it here so we don't run into the same issue we just happened. So we speed through this round here, so apologize for this as we're trying to race around, get things situated. Man, I got all energetic, all ready to go. We had a good transition. We had it right in the match for you guys. And then this happened. So we've had some server issues here, just trying to get things situated. And you, as you can imagine, getting about 50 people organized here in a server, on a shared server. You can see the ping differential here from a lot of the U.S. people, even some people from Australia and Europe themselves, and then you can see the ping difference. So a lot of guys a little bit lower, but on average, I'd say they're very good, right around the hundreds. So this is very good here. Looks like we're going to change one more time. Just going to make sure we're going to get the right number. Make sure we put this on 1. And I think this will get us back to the sides we were planning on, with Tactically Adequate Swift Knights on the US side, SVG, ZxD on the Russian side. So Bobby will be handling all the server commands and everything else, so he'll get us situated. All right, looks like we are good to go on vehicle claiming here. So Bobby's saying it's good. Getting me. Looks like we are jazzed, ready to go. Tactically Adequate. Looks like now we should be good to get things underway. Fool's Road AAS V3, restart it, and now we will be live. We're going to see Tactically Adequate, a little slow at the gate with that vehicle claiming. Now we're going to see both these teams and how fast they can hustle to get out of here. So this will be a beautiful thing here to watch. Both these teams been in this situation multiple times, so they are experts when it comes to this.
Squad 1's up. Two, three, you guys good?
Yeah, we're working on it.
We're good.
We're fine.
Alright, execute as planned.
So you can hear Tactically Adequate and Swift Knight's already got their plan down, already laid out. I mean, obviously a lot of these teams know the stakes here. They want to be able to be dethroning FFO, pushing on to the championship round. So a lot of them already have these strats, and they work on all this stuff.
No.
Ride with me.
So I'll try to get you. I'll try to shut up as much as I can when I hear both of these people talking. Let's just make sure. Got vehicle on 1. We should be good. And now it's just a matter of time here, just over a minute for both these teams. So as we were kind of talking about before, you can see here Tactically Adequate is going to use this hill coverage to push into Papanoff. The other strategies you'll see is coming up the middle of the map to either push Ammo Depot or Hilltop Encampment to slow down the enemy. So if they rush, they are forced to move troops back to one of these points to engage, which in turn allows the rest of Tactically Adequate Swift Knights to push up. But it looks like they might forego that unless they have one squad just run off on themselves. They're going to focus on getting a fob down on the neutral flag, Papanoff, and they are going to control that. There's only a handful, less than a handful of ways into that area, so it's an easy place to hold on to. FFO had a hard time yesterday with mortars coming in on top of them. 2 vehicle kills on FFO with mortars, especially inside of Papanoff. They used mortars to take out ammo, take out reinforcements. So it was a beautiful show. It'll be interesting to see how well that holds on. We did not have a lot of fighting on Papanoff, so it'll be interesting to see if the fighting is on Papanoff or if it manages to go off. Here we go, folks. I'm going to get you in the sky. We'll get you down up to the Russian side as we see Tactically Adequate swinging around, and I'll do my haul across the map here to get you up there. So now it looks a little more organized here. I see a lot of Zulu X-Ray Deltas and Serbian Vanguards here. Serbian Vanguards, they are pushing up, getting in the vehicles appropriately here, and there they go. Looks like they are going to have a troop transport and a BTR heading to the south. And you can see here most of the forces are going straight to the east, heading down the main road. 2 BTRs, a Logi in the front and a Logi in the back. So they're focusing a lot of their firepower directly on Papanoff, and it looks like Tactically Adequate, who has a Humvee flying down, will try to see if that Humvee can make this turn and beat him, or if it's going to fly into the trees. It could be interesting, too, to see if he goes up on the hills, uses that optics that they have so beautifully on these vehicles. He's not. He's going to forgo that, come straight down the road, and he's going to get to the road. You can see here, there, Swift Knights on it. Forgot the first cap.
We're fixing it now.
So Tactically Adequate chooses to go directly on the point. They get the rally down. Here comes some spawns. And that Humvee will probably go to the north. And you can see Bucks in blue from Tactically Adequate pushing in with their striker. And looks like Zulu X-Ray Delta dropping most of their forces off here in the tree line as they now start pushing up. So this could get very interesting if this is their Logi. It is. So a double kill with the Humvee, and the striker takes a Logi down. A lot of Zulu X-Ray Delta bailed. One shot on the Humvee. That was Tom Diddley. Reloading. He's too close, and more rockets come in. Wolf and Otter are hit, and down goes the Humvee, and Blue and Bucks get hit. So it's a vehicle warfare. Zulu X-Ray Delta fully engaging them. Down goes Wolf and Otter. Bucks and Blue are still up, dropping off more troops here. They need to clear the road. Bucks and Wolf go down. Now the Striker, the only one up right now is Legend and Nighthawk, going to have to back up. So the troops bailing them out. You can see tickets in the top right. 494 now for Zulu X-Ray Delta after those 2 vehicle kills. Tactical Adequate Swift Knights on the 442. So the vehicle, you can see how beautifully Zulu X-Ray Delta controls both sides of the road, and they pincered both of those vehicles. All 3 of the vehicles, we should say. 1 Humvee and 2 Strikers. So now Destructo with those optics, using it to help clear these tree lines, as the Russian doesn't have as many optics as the U.S. You can see he does have that 30mm trying to engage. Dendox pushes up, gets 1 hit on him, and Dendox does go down. So he is on fire. We'll take a quick look at the map. Nothing out of the ordinary going on here. Just straight up captures. You can see some fallback fobs up in the BC area, B1, C1. That could potentially be mortars for Papanoff. So we'll have to keep an eye on that and listen in as another rocket comes in and takes down Destructo. So vehicle on vehicle. A lot of tickets exchanged here in the beginning. We saw almost 110 tickets get lost on both sides combined. And Tactically Adequate is slowly pushing through this woods and engaging. You see Little Bear, Hero for Hire, and Gash. And then to the north, looks like Nixon and Save Energy are the only ones alive up here. Nixon on foot, Save Nixon in a vehicle. So he is in the other 30. So Nixon is on all by himself. As you can see, this fob, Tactical Adequate got down, is funneling troops directly into the Papanoff flag point. So they will be able to capture that here as soon as the back cap begins to happen. You can hear at the beginning, Swift Knights forgot to grab the first flag. So here is Chalks Z on the flag. He will, on the capture point, he'll be capturing Hill 1, 2, 3, and then North Village will swing over there. You can see Diesel, Trax, and Dolphin nearby. So it sounds like Dolphin is going to be sending most of his squad to Hilltop. So they could be trying to come up behind them, keep them busy. Most of the combat is already over as you just see bodies and bodies everywhere. Tactical Adequate swimming through 4 dead vehicles, 1 from the Russian side, 3 from the U.S.
We might, if you want to drop a fob over near Hilltop, we have a box with supplies in it still at Hilltop, or Hill 1, 2, 3.
Nixon engaging Hero, and a lot of bullets exchanged, but Nixon finally wins the gun battle, and it looks like Nixon is the only one around other than Little Bear. So Little Bear are going to try to sweep through and clear him out.
They're sending a BTR up the Hilltop now. Marked on map.
So 1 shot, 1 kill. Little Bear clears out. That's an official clear all the way in Papanoff, and there's not a soul nearby for Zulu X-Ray Delta and SVG. So now they are capturing Hilltop and slowly moving their way in to the east to push back towards Papanoff. So there you can see, it was a quick look at the map. To the north, they have a fob. They don't have anything fallback-wise, Hilltop and ammo style. It'd be very interesting to see them if they try to push around and flank here. But as of now, they are slowly moving in from their spawn. And as we swing back, we can see Dolphin with his small squad, just him and Trax for right now, pushing to the south. The rest of his squad on the hill, controlling that.
All right, Striker, I want you to go. No, it's. Incoming mortars.
So here come the mortars. So that was what they were using them for. As you can see, all of Tactically Adequate and Swift Knight scrambling to get inside of buildings. So the mortars are off slightly to the south. Not on the point. So as they reload, they're going to have to hopefully get some eyes on because they're a little bit off on there. So now the ticket bleed.
Enemy MTLB spotted to the west of Papanoff. It's active.
So as you can see, North Village not quite captured yet. So they do have Diesel on there. He is capturing. and then it will go to Fob Papanoff. Now mortars are starting to hit more closely. Looks like Skunker got hit. He's bandaging inside. These mortars are right on top of the building.
Alright, we're not gonna be able to stay there. That's for sure. Yeah, definitely.
So they're doing a good job at suppressing tactically adequate.
Yep. I don't know what they're doing here, but we're not seeing anything.
So with a map this size and most of the combat happening to the north, it's very important for both of these teams to use a large majority of the map. And you can see how much tactically adequate's pushing to the south. They're probably going to push all the way over between Ammo and Hilltop and get another spawn down there, and then push in. Being able to attack both points is a huge advantage.
Go on the South Highway Road and flank with us to Hilltop.
So they get the hab down. Dolphin leading his boys. So we can hear more mortars coming in. As soon as I can see some action going on, I will get you guys into the gunfighting. But right now, it's pretty much a running game of Zulu X-Ray Delta and SVG moving back towards a point where they can start trying to put some pressure either on Village before it's capped, which now it's officially capped, so now they have to be all in on Papanoff. So Dolphin might be trying to get a rally down here as the rest of his guys. Beer and Gash pushing up slowly. So kind of the recon team here, just a small engagement unit. You can see they're just to the south of Hilltop. So we swing up to Hilltop to kind of take a look at what Zulu X-Ray Delta and SVG have going on here. They have a hot fob, looks like in the basement. So that one can be capped. Interestingly enough, is you usually see a team put something in this underground tunnel system because being up on the main land, you can hear it, but you won't be able to actually take it down with bodies in the vicinity unless you're directly on top of it. So a lot of times you see teams putting that fob radio directly in there. As we swing back to the east, Zulu X-Ray Delta now moving in just south of North Village. So no tactically adequate members nearby, so this could be a good chance for Zulu X-Ray Delta to just get some spawns down, to start pushing. As you can see, Papanoff officially being captured there by tactically adequate. And I anticipate a strong push here by tactically adequate. We're going to have to see how Zulu X-Ray Delta decides to react with the engagement here as Dawija gets shot and then gets a grenade in the face. So Beer in a good position here with his optics, able to use it to watch that doorway. As soon as one of them peeks, just like that, Dawija goes down. Down goes Apfel. So both of them going down. So now you're going to see Zulu X-Ray Delta. They're going to use these windows as best they can to kind of control this. Destructo there. So we'll have to see if they try to bring more bodies back here to Hilltop, because this is the capture point for the U.S. team.
That's the 40.5 that we ran into, so I'm guessing Hilltop doesn't have a BTR on anymore.
Strikers back.
As we swing back east, we can see Zulu X-Ray Delta slowly moving up here. Legend and Nighthawk in their rider. So they're in their striker moving down. Zulu X-Ray Delta has not been spotted yet, so this is beautiful by them. They are moving slowly across the terrain, trying to get up to find out if they can find where this spawn is that Tactical Adequate and Swift Knights has down. So just a beautiful job. They're choosing not to engage. Tom Diddley here. I think he really wants to shoot. Probably got the order to not shoot, though, to give away the position. So here we hear a 30mm using the road, narrowly being shooting at this fully stocked up striker. So again, everyone's sitting tight. And Zulu X-Ray Delta not engaging, so doing a beautiful job here at controlling themselves, not letting them just seeing an enemy getting the better of them as we swing back over to Hilltop.
If we can move to ammo in a few minutes.
And you can see here Tactical Adequate is engaging fully surrounding this area. Hero for Hire, Little Bear, and Gash are down to the south. Trax and Dolphin to the northeast. And Beer and Dendox pushing in from the west.
Hilltop.
So now Dendox can definitely hear that radio as he crouches down.
Yeah, I can hear him in here.
So no one on the second, well, a couple bodies on the second floor here. If Dendox can get in the door, in the window. Oh, and he does. He gets right in the window. Apfel goes down, and it looks like all of the bodies, only one man left. That's Lee on the point. So Lee, the lone gunman here, that is his squad lead. Oh, and he shot and he missed, but now Little Bear able to know where he is at. So Destructo spawning in. Oh, Little Bear able to tag him, but Destructo coming up right behind Little Bear from downstairs takes him down.
We're on Hilltop. We're capping.
So they are officially capping, and they do have the advantage of people. Oh, and Destructor goes down. That's not good, because now if another guy spawns for Zulu X-Ray Delta, they will not be able to stop this cap by Tactically Adequate. And you can see Trax and Dolphin up on the roof using the coverage here.
Enemy crosshair to the west of Popanov is an ammo crate. They got a fob close over there.
So using those binoculars, he was able to spot
They're trying to move on us.
this ammo
No problem.
up on the hill. So what beautiful, beautiful use of his binoculars to get him a nice sight line there to the north to help his friends out. And you can see here Zulu X-Ray Delta trying to push up, or this is actually SVG trying to push up. They have a BTR, but they're not getting on the flag. And so here's Zulu X-Ray Delta pushing behind the fob. No idea that they're still back there. A full squad doing a complete flank. So SVG just trying to hold on, keep all the attention on themselves. And all it takes is one person to look down and see that hab down the hill. Just trying not to talk in case one of them hears this radio.
They're quitting the assault on Popanov and moving to Hill.
Roger.
So Shin and Sass are right on the cusp of hearing the radio, but they can't quite hear it. As Andrews Buscemi Jr. pushing off to the south, they had no idea that the radio and the hab is right behind them.
We're only 5% down.
Neutralize it right now.
Oh, and he hops in the vehicle that they had no idea was there, the Logi truck. So now he's going to move that up. Tom Diddley might have seen that when he's tracking Andrews, and he does. Tom Diddley finally, so the vehicle kind of helps him out, has him look in that direction. So here comes Tom Diddley. He probably is calling that out right now to his squad mates. You should see most of these guys turn around and help to assist him. Especially now he can hear that radio. So here he goes down the hill. So the vehicle gives him the time to turn to the side, and as he turns, he's able to see the hab, but no one even looked that direction. Now you can see SAS and Shoshin pushing backwards. They're going to cover him from the spawn, and then they huge advantage for them having the hill. So this hab and fob will go down at Papanoff, as we're going to have to swing back to Hilltop to see if they are going to be able to capture this in time, because if not, it's going to get really interesting at Papanoff. They do not have another spawn except way south, just to the west of Hill 123. So Tactically Adequate all over Hilltop here. So at the very least, they should be able to capture this if this goes neutral. So there's the neutralization of Hilltop. Now, since no one for SVG and ZxD are on Papanoff, it's going to be able to be Tactically Adequate. We'll take Hilltop, so that loss of that fob is not that great of a big deal. It's not a big deal in the grand scheme of things because they'll only lose the tickets, but they still have a bigger ticket bleed now.
They're on the fob at Popanov. They flanked that far around.
As Rooster officially calling out that flank.
That's fine. We got Hilltop capped. Get in that lodge to get over here.
So mortars now being redirected on Hilltop. You can see there's no one. Oh, and a beautiful lat. Is that Steel Dragon or Finger? That's Finger there, trying to engage from a beautiful distance all the way down this hill, able to successfully hit. And we can hear a 30mm boom boom engaging here. So they're using that 30mm to control these hills. The 20 times optic. Watching the hill rotation, but the problem is he can't see everything. And as we swing down to ammo, looks like Tactically Adequate, Little Bear, Beer, Dolphin, Diesel. So Dolphin's team has been on the offensive all game, and here they are again pushing on to Ammo Depot.
So we will lose Popanov, but I think we're all tracking on that, right? We don't care.
Yeah, I think we're going to be gapping Hilltop in the
yeah, okay.
So the 30mm still engaging targets. As we switch over to Hilltop, they better hope they keep enough people.
Yeah. What's the cap on Hilltop, Blue?
So as long as Bucks, Finger, and Blue, as long as all three of these guys stay alive, Blue needs to get out of the road as these mortars are coming in. He looks aimlessly lost right now. Oh, and a mortar just narrowly avoids him. I don't know how he survived that one. That was right in his face. Blue, I don't know why he would be standing out in the open here, because they need 3 bodies on. If he dies, they are not able to successfully cap this. So now they do officially cap it. We'll swing back over to Ammo Depot, where it should be. Yes, it's instantly being capped by Tactically Adequate. You can see Zulu, X-Ray Delta, SVG spawning in. Beer fully engaging now. So he's able to call out to the rest of his guys that we got a nice squad here moving in from SVG and XVD. ZxD, man, this is too much for me at the end here. I got to call them by their name. I also have to call him Zulu. That ZxD and the SVG is just getting too crazy for me. So Zulu here pushing up with SVG, Willie Pete as well. So they're coming up the hill, pushing on the ammo. Gash engaging. Cruzar goes down. He does see Dewidja. Willie Pete going down. Dewidja gets hit, but he kills Gash. So Gash is now dead. A rocket comes right in. So using those explosives there to all their advantage they can to try to take out some troops. Dolphin pushing that direction as well. So the optics for the U.S. here is a beautiful thing. They can see all these tree lines.
I'm going to go to OP with 1. Fuck, never mind.
So as we hear him say, fucking never mind, that was because he just was going to bring his vehicle around. But they just got flanked by this BTR as a rocket just misses. So that's a huge blow. If they would have got that hit, this thing would have been in the red. Probably would have smoked out, fired to death. But he is going to come right into the Hornet's nest as Tactically Adequate is all over this flag.
We clean on Hilltop still.
Do we just lose another vehicle?
So now Rooster going down from the BTR. Another rocket. So there's the rocket. Finally, his second one's able to hit. So he gets 2 or 3 kills. That's Killjoy and Engage. Get 2 or 3 kills inside there. Ammo Depot officially neutralized. I don't think Dendox has another rocket. No, you can see him falling back. So that first miss cost him here. They would have been able to take out that vehicle and more tickets swing. But instead, he'll have to just worry to fight another day. Sounds like mad at you with a shot. Oh, and he missed, and now they're flying right by him. Just misses again. Beer scrambling to get his lat kit out. Oh, no, and he's too late getting it out. He might go for the far shot. Let's see if he can hit this. Oh, slightly too much of a lead, but they will evade and get back to base for repairs. So now 334 to 342. So those vehicles for Tactically Adequate and Swift Knights have definitely hurt them early on here. They definitely have a ticket swing.
Take that south road with the strike.
Oh, and another kill by Destructo. Taking Diesel out. So now he's engaging. You can see the distance and those shells coming in. Just penetrates that wood. So a rocket trying to go for maximum range on Destructo.
Who's got the striker in the south hood?
So Destructo just pumping those shells. Oh, just narrowly missing. So they're trying to get that range down, and if they do, it's going to get dangerous. So Tactically Adequate dug in with Swift Knights on the top of the capture. So Zulu, X-Ray, Delta, and SVG trying to flank around to the south. As you'll start seeing a lot more of these guys start spawning directly on top as the HAB is in the cap zone.
Where you want my squad?
You see Dendok's Dolphin spawning in there. The only thing they'll have to keep an eye on is anyone coming from the north. Looks like a couple bodies still remain at Hilltop. So they're kind of just cleaning up to the north. As you see, Nixon was kind of there. As we take a quick look around, no one else in the area. A rally down to the north of Hilltop. A fob off to the north of the map. But the entire rest of the Russian forces are at their main. Killjoy and engage with a repair. Jingle locks out here with the mortars. Carlos is probably on a Logi run. And they're kind of regrouping right now. Grabbing these vehicles. Another one going for repair. That's Destructo, who was just pumping those 30mm shells into that capture point. Zulu X-Ray Delta. Coming down the road. No one else to the south, so Tactically Adequate Swift Knights just playing it safe with these vehicles, not choosing to engage or do any wide flanks. As we see this rally about to get stomped by Beer. Beer does stomp the rally. He's about to stomp another one. I'm not sure why they would put their rallies so close together, and especially this close to the fob. But Beer can hear it. There goes a rally stomp, so now they know Beer is nearby. And he finds the radio, and the bad thing is there's not really anyone nearby.
Enemy fob spotted to the south, west of ammo. Beer's on.
So Beer calling it out to a squad lead. Squad lead very quickly calling that out and marking on the map. So Beer engaging from a distance. Beer goes down, gets one shot over here on SVG, but they take him down. Dewidja with the kill, so now they know where the fob is at, and that's dangerous when they know where it's at because they can flank very well. They have great shooters on Tactical Adequate Swift Knight. As looks like SVG trying to get some other spawns in coming from a different direction. So this BTR trying to get any sight line. Trying to get any sight line they can to get up on that hill.
Rally to your south. I'm down.
So SVG and Zulu flanking around to the south. You can see their HAB here, but even more to the south is Tactically Adequate and Swift Knights beautifully moving themselves. They have a nice wall here of Legend, Nighthawk, Finger, and Mad at You from Swift Knights pushing through the woods and clearing using the optics, as most of the forces for Russia are focused on pushing straight north towards the flag. As we can see all of these bodies. This is Death Alley right here. So as they slowly push towards that HAB, we'll swing back around. And another thing that you see some of these clans do very well is keeping these scouts out on hills in different directions just to keep eyes on. And you can see another thing they love to do that's a beautiful thing is putting these rallies out in the open. These rallies will allow them, if they disappear, to know that an enemy is pushing from a certain location. So they have these strategically. That one probably not as strategic. But they have those strategically placed for a reason, so they can know when those disappear that an enemy is flanking from that direction. So as now we see a lot more Tactically Adequate members grouped up, and they are pushing this HAB. So Finger the closest to it. Blast Name and Frankie spawning in. I don't know why Frankie threw a smoke.
Bleed him out. That ammo.
All that's going to do is show Tactically Adequate where it's at. Well, I think they've actually already found it. Looks like Mad at You is tagged already, so now they got to defend this with everything they can. As more mortars coming in. Let's see where these ones are landing. Hitting the trees. So that one in the open gets Snuggle Bear. So Snuggle Bear gets hurt from a mortar. Half life right now. Bucks going down from combat. A rocket right in Blast Name's face. An instant give up. Atfel and Horizon spawning in. So Otter clearing out, but not before Mad at You goes down. Destructo just getting missed with that rocket that just fired. So a lot of mortars now coming in to help out the FOB, and you can see how many of these bodies got hit by it. So Otter's on top of it, digging. A beautiful move by Otter, avoiding the combat. This is digging. Bucks is digging. Oh no, and then he falls right in the middle. Otter and somehow survives as he comes out. Playing Ring Around the Rosie here. Atfel comes out. Otter comes out. Otter not able to get anyone, so he decides finally just to hold on and reload. So Atfel died. Oh, Dewidja goes down from a grenade, and Atfel goes down finally. So the circle by Otter finally wins after ringing around for about a minute. And now that vehicle penetrating, trying to get this. I think Otter's just going to heal up and stand tight. As more mortars come in, so these mortars have been pretty decently close to where they need to be, just slightly off, but a couple of them pegging some of these tactical adequate guys. So you can see here, the medic getting up, so a beautiful job of medic play by tactically adequate. So we'll swing back to the north since they don't have any spawns. They're pretty much going off of just holding on to this FOB. They're going to have to rebuild it. As Andrews, Buscemi pushing up. He should be able to get both of them if he pushes down. So he takes Lee down. I think he saw Shoshin too. He did. He's penetrating, and down they go. So the radio is wide open now.
You hold on ammo. Blue, you hold on ammo also.
So now that he knows that that FOB is there again, the HAB was dug up by tactically adequate. He should be able to successfully dig up that FOB himself if he wanted to. Although I'll tell you, that's one of the scariest things. You can see that rocket narrowly avoiding Killjoy and Engage, just slightly below them. So they're zeroing in. Another rocket comes in just below them. So another rocket coming in south. They haven't quite zeroed in here, but you can see Zulu X-Ray Delta and SVG just using these vehicles.
We're digging radio.
So they got these vehicles all around on these hilltops engaging any type of movement. The thing they're not able to keep an eye on is the FOB, which is being dug up. And you can see here a team of Dolphin. Once again, Dolphin on the move every chance he gets. They are pushing north, and looks like they're going to get both their lat kits with rockets out. Dendox and Beer, watch that back blast here, but they're both going to shoot at the problem. I'd imagine count this down. Turn off the surroundings so you can kind of see what they see.
Red smoke marks BTR. Marked on map OP Fortress.
So there they call it out, 3-2-1 in local, and instantly on fire is the 30mm. Another one comes in and finishes it off, so a beautiful job by tactically adequate. Wow, what a coordination there. 311, 189 now. 30mm instantly gone. Dolphin squad doing work up to the north, clearing out the vehicles. And you can see the other one, we just drove by it, going back to main. As we swing down here, Destructo, who's in the other vehicle, he is sitting here covering the south road. So his job is just to make sure he can know if anyone's coming from this direction, but he also has a beautiful sight line on these hills. You can see him just doing some sweeping. Probably should shut that engine off so he can hear a little bit better, but still controlling the southern half of the map. As we swing up wide, I'm just going to take a quick look here of what's going on. Zulu X-Ray Delta has a Logi truck way behind enemy lines. Diesel is the one that hears it. if he engages here, they could have a Logi and hold that hostage. So he is trying to engage. Nixon hops out. I don't think Nixon has any idea where he is at. And a grenade right on top of him, so Diesel clearing him out. I'm not sure why you would hop out of a vehicle when it's getting engaged, because now they don't have enough people for a lodge or for a fob. They'll have to put down a rally to get some more bodies. Just not sure where they're planning to go as they came from the south.
Yep.
So Shin spawning in. He'll jump inside the Logi. SAS is going to have to heal. He was hurt from that exchange with Diesel. So I'm not sure. They're way behind enemy lines here. They might just be trying to play the long game, but they're going to have to hurry here because they need to get all the way over this hill, all the way to the west, and get on ammo and remove all of these bodies for Tactically Adequate and Swift Knights, who right now is just putting the hurt on this last flag, as we see only a handful of guys for the Russians are on the capture point. And they're pretty much just sitting and waiting. You can see a rally here is Frankie and Furious. So they're kind of just playing back and letting Tactically Adequate move on them if they want.
Enemy BTR coming out of their main south road.
So this rally that was to the northeast might have got stomped. They might be able to know that Lee, Apfel, Kruzar, and Dewija are pushing up now from that direction. So this small little force is moving up. You can see this FOB team with that Logi. Looks like they chose to get out of their vehicle, and they're engaging off the flag. So they just might be pushing to try to remove any types of spawns that they can. They know that Hab was to the south. They drove right by it from Tactically Adequate, and they're probably going to hear this radio very easily here. SAS should be able to. So they'll get some tickets for this, but it's still it's almost it's half a squad nowhere near the flag when they need bodies now to get on the flag and engage Tactically Adequate Swift Knights. And you can see they're doing a good job. They're not pushing too crazily here. They're keeping enough guys on the flags. They are all on the hillside. Look at this beautiful hill coverage by everyone from Swift Knights playing defense. As we see to the south, looks like Finger trying to do his own small little flank here.
They're taking our fob at Hilltop Mountain, but that's alright.
He is a lat kit, so he's just slowly trying to push up. He knows that 30mm is in this direction, but not exactly sure where it's at. And he gets shot from behind. You can see Killjoy and Engage are now in the middle of the road, which is a dangerous move because they are in the open, but they're going to haul back down south and try to get up on that hill. As Gash magically just sitting and waiting, getting stamina back, and here comes the nice, what seems like forever run across the road in the wide open area. So Gash, the one-man army pushing up. Hero for Hire also by himself here. So a lot of Dolphin. Let's swing back up there as they're pushing even more further north. I think they are going after these mortars. So they've had enough of these mortars. So another Logi by Zulu X-Ray Delta pushing off to the east.
Well done. Enemy Logi's going towards Hilltop. Just went down the northern road.
So you can see here a lot of the spawn, they flanked all the way around to the east, and that's where they're trying to reinforce, is coming from that direction. So this mortar is right near Dolphin. They'll probably be able to easily push up on that and clear it. So Swift Knights here does a beautiful job, though. They push off the flag to fully engage the push by Zulu. The only problem is most of them are dead. Rooster and Otter Freedom, the only ones that remain. Rooster taking shots. So these optics are what's going to be crucial for them. So Otter Freedom taking down Moham. He goes down. It's only going to leave Apfel, who might be a medic. Let's see if he is working on getting anyone up. He is. So he gets Dewidja up. That is their sniper. So now they have some optics of their own if engage. But it's only a matter of time. They need to hurry up here because Out of Freedom and Rooster are just over the hill. Oh, and Apfel, the medic, going down. You can see where he's getting shot from Snugglebear. And now they see Dewidja doing some zigging and zagging, leaning. Manages to survive. So that radio is there. I don't think they have a hab, though. So they're trying to get some more bodies in the area. So Swift Knight's doing a beautiful job pushing off SAS and Rooster. So I was about to swing by them and I heard the gunshots. Rooster getting caught by SAS and that coverage from that Russian, the green uniform there, kind of helping them out as we push back. Looks like. And we just heard Dolphin call it in. The fob for the mortars is down. So they pushed off. Successful mission. Pushed off.
I'm hearing that the MPO. Right, so they're moving south of OP.
So they take a couple shots at the Logi and are pushing back off of it now as we swing back down. So again, tactical adequate Swift Knights just holding on, not choosing to push up, just staying tight.
Whole squad just southwest of ammo. Gash is reporting it. You ready?
So he's calling out the squad to the southwest as they just mark it. So Dolphin.
Enemy fob mark east of ammo.
Roger. 2, watch the west of ammo.
So Zulu X-Ray Delta here. It took a while, but they're just now starting to do what they want. They have some guys pushing in from the north. You can see Energy Furious and Nixon, who are trying to push in from the southwest. And then they have their fob off to the east. So you can see Swift Knights moving to engage the fob, trying to get there before they can get a hab up. The only thing they need to watch, though, is that Zulu X-Ray Delta is slowly moving in the north with no resistance. So here comes some smoke grenades. So again, they're going to signal that they're coming in here. Gash and Blue, the closest ones nearby. So they found the hab. Zulu X-Ray Delta finds a chink in the armor of Tactical Adequate and Swift Knights. Finger gets one shot. Beautiful, beautiful job. Lee covering, Apfel covering. Cruzar and Oily should be both engaging here. Buck spawns in. Oh, Cruzar gets Nighthawk. Oh, and Bucks gets shot from behind. So Rooster trying to engage. But he's just frantically digging, now moving inside here. Hopefully no one spawns on top of him.
Throw a nade, throw a nade. Someone, the Rooster, throw a nade.
He's going to get a rally up.
So the hab is half dug up. And now from right underneath them, Zulu X-Ray Delta, as we swing under here, we can see if they're capping. They are. You can see the blinking of the icon here. They are actually capping ammo from right underneath them. They find the one spot that they were not covering as both Ali and Apfel go down. Cruzar now pushing.
Our habs have that we have defensive rally.
So down Chox and Rusto take down Cruzar. And they were capping this here, but now that they don't have the bodies, they're no longer capping. But now from the south here, even more guys coming in. Energy and Furious.
Enemy fob destroyed to the east.
Good job. Just wipe over ammo. We're going to attack from the north.
So now Dolphin on his way back here from the north, coming right in behind the enemies. Rocket comes in again on the hab. No one there, though. Furious going down. So the hab is still there, so they can get bodies back on it very quickly if they just dig a couple times. Looks like Nixon and Save Energy are just trying to get on the point and try to do any type of confusion they can. Trying to watch any direction. As Swift Knights is now moving back from the east, it looks like they were able to successfully get that fob. So they get the fob. It's now 260 to 61. So they get enough bodies back on the flag here. They'll be blocking it, blocking the capture. Rooster getting up. Murdoch with the res. Jock's pushing in now, trying to clear. He's got that 4 times, so he's able to see these hills very well. And I think he spotted Nixon running across. So, oh, the BTR is right on top of Murdoch and Rooster. As you see Frankie moving around trying to flank. So Rooster and Murdoch in a bad spot. And now the BTR finishes off Murdoch. Rooster, the only one that remains. Frankie clears him out. Insta-death from the res.
We're getting raped at Ammo Depot.
Roger, we're gonna come in from the north.
As Jingle saying, I can't believe he took out my mortars. All that fuss over him. So here comes Dolphin to the north. All the bodies for Zulu X-Ray Delta all over ammo. And you can see here they're really going in hard, 100% on ammo, because they have bodies on Hilltop waiting to cap. It's 254 to 51, so they really need to be able to capture this and hold it.
Have that lead striker just guard that road, make sure they don't push any vehicles.
We're just going to clear off Ammo Depot, then worry about the zone action.
As we see rockets coming in on Killjoy, on that BTR, so TA moving in from the south. Killjoy trying to do anything he can to just change his angle and get out of there. Oh, and he lands right on top of another vehicle. Oh, no, Killjoy.
Get a backup fob in the south.
Oh, no, and he flips the vehicle on a destroyed Logi truck from Tactically Adequate earlier in the game. Not what they needed right now for tickets. That is on fire, and it's a matter of time just before that thing goes down. Should have at least turned it off first, but Finger hears it. Finger pushing right up on it. And you'll see these tickets drop very rapidly here as soon as he gets this rocket on it. So Finger going to forego even using a rocket, because it will eventually explode. And I guess right now what I would do is just definitely blow this up. It's a much faster here to get to the end game when tickets matter in both rounds. So Finger choosing not to engage it. As you can see, Zulu X-Ray Delta still has 3 men on the cap.
On ammo. Bob's priority.
So Zulu X-Ray Delta doing a good job at digging in here. Finally, the vehicle comes in and clears up that BTR. You can see 14 tickets left. So that's Legend coming in from the south on their striker. So good communication there, as I thought he was just going to let it burn, but probably because his vehicle was rolling in. And right behind that one, Skunker and Andrews Buscemi pushing in with another striker. And the other striker, so they're using all their vehicles now. Going in hot and heavy here to clear out the woods. It worked for Zulu, might as well work for them.
Infantry go first into ammo. Don't send those strikers in now. Let infantry go first.
We're not. We're going to stop here and dismount.
So Lee just digging in tight. DeWidja guarding the hill with that marksman kit. Getting shot at by Otter. Otter Freedom wins the day. He is slightly hurt, but he gets shot from behind by Tom Diddley, who's flanking around beautifully. Diesel engaging him, and the optics by Diesel able to take out Diddley. So Diddley does a beautiful job at controlling, killing 3 guys, but the rally's still up. And now Mortar's coming in to the south. 4 tickets left. 2 tickets left.
Enemy 30 mil BTR spotted on OP Fortress. Have those strikers lighted up.
On OP Fortress. Sorry, Project.
We'll just let the teams take it for you here. 223 to 0. First round in the books.
Brought to you by Pizza Nova.
I thought I had it back on. Holy shit, we all got it. I love you, my brother.
So a great first round for Tactically Adequate and Swift Knights. Able to play just how they wanted to that first round. Everything kind of went their way, minus some defense there towards the end, where Zulu was able to sneak right in. It looks like we're going to take a 5-minute break. So what we'll do is we'll throw up a little overlay here with the score for the first round. We'll sit there while we get everything situated, make sure the teams are ready, and I will bring the second round right back to you. Again, Tactically Adequate Swift Knights with the first round, 223 tickets over Zulu, X-Ray Delta, and SVG, who will look to swing things around in their favor on the U.S. side. They need to do exactly what TA and SWF did to them, just a little bit better in order to come away with this one. So I'm Hank 31. Stick tight. We'll be right back here in a couple minutes. Pushing up from the backside. They don't see them yet. They're coming around the corner. Now they see them, and down they go. Body after body, and the last guy goes down. There's not one survivor left. Taking up that hab right now, and here comes the waterfall. Not one, not two, not three, but 4 guys pushing off the rally. Tickets are dead even right now. This is anyone's competition. That right there is what competitive squad is all about. Welcome back, everyone. Haynick31 here with you. International Squad Knockout Tournament Round 2 about to get underway here. Tactically Adequate Swift Knights with the Round 1 win. 223 tickets to 0 for Zulu X-Ray Delta and the Serbian Vanguard. So here we are. Fools Road AS V3. Zulu SVG will be on the U.S. side. Tactically Adequate and the Swift Knights will be on the Russian side. Getting underway on a server here in Montreal, so no server switch at all for either of these teams. So both teams choosing to forego a server flip of any kind. And now we have exactly 1 minute here before things get underway. So in the first round, we saw Tactically Adequate come right up with a fob just to the east of Papanoff. We didn't see any tomfoolery moving around. No vehicles coming up the middle. No rushes on Ammo Depot or Hilltop. It'll be interesting to see if Zulu and SVG decide to mix things up here and give that a shot, or if they're going to play as straight up as they can. And you can see a couple guys just dropped off, so we're working on getting those guys back in for both sides. But it's going to be hopefully a same good round on the first half, again here in the second half. So let's hope that we can put a good match on for you. Bobby just giving them the okay to say, hey, this is live. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. So here we can see a fob marker going just south in between Hill and North Village. So they're going to probably do a speed buy on the vehicles, drop off really quickly. Tactically Adequate could very well just use a rush to get right inside of Papanoff. So we'll have to see how they do. Again, we're going to go up to the Russian side to see how they play this beginning. Just make sure vehicle claiming is off. Don't want that to mess anything up. So as we swing back to the north, looks like they're already on the road as Russian as well as the U.S. side. So both teams getting in their vehicles really quickly here. Looks like Trax is leading the way. With a troop transport, so this could very well just be something to absorb any type of fire they run into. It'll be interesting to see if they just use that maybe to block a road, or if they're actually going to use that to some sort of advantage of their own. But Trax was the first one out the gate. As we look up real quick, Zulu X-Ray Delta, they are coming around that bend. So Trax, again, trying to probably just get to that road, provide some vehicle cover. And right behind it, so he will probably just be someone out there as bait. As the Humvee goes flying by, Humvee actually crashes into a tree. And Trax runs right into an enemy vehicle of his own. That's the Logi. So Trax just trying to block the road, and down he goes. So as a friendly fire takes down his finger's own rocket, takes Trax down. So it looks like they are trying to bottleneck that road as best as they can. Atfel save energy in their own vehicle. Oh, and another hit. Dawidja, and Dawidja goes flying up into the air, and down he goes. So vehicle death alley and save energy goes down from the north. Dendox and Dolphin in their vehicle. So almost the same way the first round started that starts in the second round, with the Russians winning the vehicle battle And you can see Tactically Adequate made it a point to just use that troop transport to shuttle that directly into the middle of the road, although there's still a path for vehicles to get by. As now the rest of Zulu is on foot. That's Lee, and a rocket coming in from Finger. Hurts both of them. As the grenade comes out, Finger heard it. He's in a prone, and no, the fence saves him there. Down goes Finger, so good communication between Lee and Atfel. So we swing back to the north here to see what Tactical Adequate has in the terms of this northern push. Destructo with a striker.
Waiting for that hub. Waiting for that hub. Good shot, good shot.
Ooh, Cruzar with a beautiful shot on Shocks. So Dendox and Dolphin in their own vehicle just waiting here. Trying not to get crazy as they already have been hit a couple times. And the 30mm wins the day, Destructo. So beautiful job by Dendox and Dolphin, and they will survive the fire. So they used only just enough height that they needed to get the cannon over the hill. Now 436 tickets for Zulu and SVG. And wow, look at Swift Knights engaging to the south. So they are pushing directly on top of where Zulu is spawning. I don't even know if they have a hab down.
Yeah, we're going to have to head BTR back to pick up all the guys. Everybody's been wiped. I'm on my own.
Lee, if you can place a hab down, I've got guys there to build for you.
I've got enemies all around me.
Hero for Hire doesn't hear this radio. He's probably a good 10 meters away from hearing it. So he does not hear the radio. There is no hab to spawn in. So Zulu in a bad spot right now because they have no spawns on the board, and now they have to regroup to get everyone back into play on a flag. And the only vehicle looks like they have left is heading back to base right now. So the big difference in this map so far has been Zulu unable to capitalize with their vehicles and their spawns. They got the fob down, no hab down. Looks like they did. They are just now getting it up. So let's swing back up there. As they can see, there's a bunch of people spawning in. Already hurt, though. So vehicle heading back to main to repair, pick up some more bodies. Yep, and here comes SVG now spawning in. So they did manage to get something up finally. And here comes a mass spawn. So now all these guys that were dead didn't have a place to spawn. They finally do. You can see the waterfall push off. And they're moving right to village as fast as they can. So not using the hill here. Oh, and Esmond goes down. Another rocket comes in just for good measure. So using those explosives again to control the hills. They need one other body on here to start capping. TA pushing in from the north. Looks like they're making it a point to control the hill off to the east as well. They can get sight lines on both sides. You can see Buscemi, Snugglebear covering it, tracks moving in the valley off to the east. So they're just making sure they don't miss anything here. But as you can see, SVG and Zulu X-Ray Delta have focused on the south side of North Village. As Rooster looks like he's heading back with Alaji. Wolf and Little Bear now reinforcing with a fully repaired BTR. So U.S. officially capturing North Village, Russia officially capturing Hilltop, and now Russia will be able to capture Papanoff. Murdoch, the lone gunman, on top of that. And you can see Dendox and Dolphin, who were in this vehicle over here off to the east, back up in the hills, controlling everything they can from a distance. So we take you back to the sky and just look how beautifully Zulu X-Ray Delta and SVG pushing off the fob, engaging the hills out here to the east, pushing it right in Buscemi going down, Snuggle Bear, Antrax, all of the Ford scouts going down for Swift Knights and TA. Chalk's right behind them. The rest of them are on the point, and they cleared out Beer, Steel Dragon, Finger, the only one alive now, on the point. He gets blasting him a couple times. SAS going down as they were trying to push on Gash. That's over to the west. Carlos coming in at an angle, taking shots at Gash. Gash getting shot at a couple times now. Guys all around. Gash goes down. So Zulu clearing Village very beautifully here as they push across the road. And they're trying to make a presence for themselves up in the hills. Ole and Cruzar pushing up. Skunker just waiting for them, though. Cruzar flanking around Skunker. If he just pops up, there he is, finally gets Skunker. But the problem was his teammate's down. He says he's down, but Skunker was able to get his teammates, so now he's all by himself. And Dolphin and Dundox are probably looking in that area. You can see Dolphin using the optics, using his binoculars to take a peek at anything that looks important. There's the Papanoff capture, so now 422 for the U.S., 462 for Russia.
So enemy logic just on a drop off at Papanoff.
Yeah, I think they're all pouring out of Papanoff. Coming over that hill there, north.
So this is a textbook of what you want to do in this vehicle here. Taking shots at Destructo from a distance. So Dolphin able to help call out targets for Dendox to engage in that vehicle. It's one of the main reasons why it's also nice to not solo run those vehicles. You put yourself at a large disadvantage by only having one guy inside of it. And Zulu just doing a beautiful job here, controlling this woods, moving up together. Mon going down, but Gash gets tagged. Mad at You about to get engaged. Tom Diddley takes shots at Mad at You. Oh, and a rocket on Tom Diddley's face. Steel Dragon. It's got him to thank for that. And Nixon was hurt from the blast. And Nixon gets some revenge on Steel Dragon for making him bleed. Gash Wolf, Mad at You, controlling this hill, trying to control the hill, I should say. DeWidja goes down. SAS fully engaging. And he goes down from Gash. So Gash doing a beautiful job getting 2 kills. Beer pushed up here on the hill. So Little Bear has a BTR sitting right on the road. Not sure what he's doing. Trying to... Oh, and it looks like something you don't want to have happen. It looks like we have a server problem here on the second half. And that's not good. So server close connection here, folks. Let me put up the halftime score here real quick. We'll try to figure out what we're going to be able to do here with this match and how we're going to be able to go here. This is a first for me here, so let me talk to the refs, talk to the people in charge and the teams here involved, and we'll try to get you back here. As soon as I know something, I'll let you guys know.